Hi everyone, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. I greatly appreciate them. This is the daily forecast for all signs. It is a broad spectrum reading for the collective, so I do speak in broad terms. You need to figure out if and where it fits within a situation or relationship within your life. If it doesn't fit, that's okay. It doesn't mean anything's broken or wrong. You just might be working on something different at this time. It is originally created for Saturday, the 18th of March, but it's not solely set for that date. If you're seeing it on a different date, but it makes sense to your situation, by all means utilize the reading. I believe that they can be timeless and find you when we need them, rather than when they were originally created for. What was the other thing I was going to say? For those of you that are new, please check out the drop-down menu underneath any of my daily videos. In there, some housekeeping rules, things I want you to think about when utilizing the channel, what guests I'm using, how to follow me on social media or contact me for a private reading, either through my Facebook business page or through Instagram. And also, easy ways to support the channel. You can do that by hitting the thumbs up button if you enjoy the content, subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification bell because I do put up daily content, and sharing the video out or leaving me a question or comment. All of those things greatly help. I greatly appreciate them. So please do that. And let's get into these cards and see what's going on for the last day of this week. And then we will start a new week with tomorrow's reading. If you're interested in seeing the daily video a day early so you can prepare and get an insight into what's coming a little bit ahead of time, you can join my Patreon. That's always available to you. And as I said, private readings are always available. They're payable via PayPal, and you can contact me through my social media. Know that I will never contact you to sell you a reading. So if anybody ever pretends to be me and they reach out to you or direct message you, it's more than likely not me. I've had that happen to me, so just be aware. Okay, so let's get into these cards and see what they have to say. So our card for the day is the Four of Materials. This is the Four of Pentacles. Oftentimes this card is like a card of, I would say, holding back, holding on to what we have, being reluctant. It can be seen in the traditional tarot as miserly or as stingy even. Fours to me are about foundational security, right? The number 4. With this card, I feel like, I'm just going to be honest, I'm going to go way off road with this one because I don't get that vibe of tension or withholding energy, you know, what a traditional Four of Pentacles is. To me, she's giving me, I mean, if you look at her, she's just living in that moment. She is sort of feeling herself. There's a little bit of slight disdain, but I don't feel like it's disdain. I feel like it's us embracing ourselves. Maybe not giving attention to situations that aren't necessarily deserving of us or pulling us in directions we don't want to go in. To me, I get this sort of holding the line or towing the line, keeping our boundaries in check, and only wanting to focus on sort of what pleases us. Part of the reason why I feel that with this card is all of these roses around her and her sort of rose-colored shirt. She feels like she's almost embracing herself. Yes, she's holding close to her heart, which is like kind of a traditional Four of Pentacles meaning, but I feel like this is about just kind of doing us today, focusing on us in a very material way. Even, and this is not something I get with the Four of Pentacles, but with this very card here, I do. She gives me this vibe of like almost self-indulgence or self-care, right? Where it's like, I just get this feeling as she's turning her head to the side, she's almost like breathing out and going, I'm doing me today. And that's completely okay. And part of maybe the reason why I'm feeling that is we've been seeing a lot of Queen energy in the last few readings coming up, leading up to the end of this week. And our grounding stone for the week is about focus. The Four of Pentacles would be about focus. oftentimes it's about focus of, you know, holding on to something very tightly, maybe sometimes a focus of fear or a focus of lack. I don't get that with her. These cards, this abundance, this beauty here feels like we're focusing on us and what we know. There's other things I'm going to point out about this card that I really like. This camel down here in the corner is pulling my attention. It makes me feel like there's potential journeys or far off distances, travel, and we saw that Two of Wands, I believe, in yesterday's clarifiers. This kind of represents a little bit of that Two of Wands energy, that taking a moment to pull inward to dream about where do we want to be in our 3D world. The other thing I really love about this version of this card is this moon behind her, which also kind of keys back into all of that queen energy that we've been seeing, which is that divine feminine intuition, listening to our internal self and what we need, and then maybe bringing that forward into our 3D world in a way that is, I almost get this sense of self-indulgence with her, not in a bad way, actually in a very good way, in a very, I'm putting me first and that's okay today kind of way. I hope that makes sense. There may be a situation around us that is not, how do I want to put this, that isn't necessarily perfect or is challenging us in some way, or I just get this feeling that she's calling in, this is a call in sick for work day. In a good way. Like she's like, I don't want to deal with that today. I'm just going to sit here and look at the beauty that surrounds me and feel that beauty, exemplify that beauty, enhance that beauty for me, you know, and hold on to that. What's right in front of me that makes me feel good, that makes me feel beautiful, that makes me feel abundant. The Four of Pentacles is not necessarily a super abundant card, but it's like, to me, with this card, it's she's grateful for what she has, right? And she's listening to her own self over anyone else or anything outside of herself that may need her right now or might be pushing her in a certain direction or trying to get her to be, you know, involved in their viewpoints or needs or whatever. No, she's doing her today, and that's completely fine. The other thing I just noticed in this card is this little leaf here, this little bit of green, which to me indicates like healing, but also growth. You know, it's okay to sometimes just do us and be secure in who we are, how we feel, where we are in the world. I also feel like that camel, although it feels like new journeys or far off things on the horizon that could be new and exciting, this could be us sort of pulling inward and slowly concentrating on how do we build more of that in our life, more beauty, more growth, more abundance. For those of you that don't feel like you have enough of that, this would be an energy to stop. Don't give your attention and your energy to things that aren't necessarily serving you or returning on investment, so to speak. The investment here in this card feels solely on us, within ourselves, knowing our value, holding true to that and holding on to that and staying solid and foundationally secure in that, and then from there working from that place. Let's see what Miracles Now says. Oh, get it. Peace is in my pulse. To me, she feels peaceful and okay. I love that her eyes are kind of closed, like she's shutting herself off to the outside world. Like, if this is a call-in sick day, and I mean that metaphorically, right? If this is a day where we turn off our phone or not respond to emails or return that call tomorrow to that person that might be pulling on us or that we don't necessarily feel as though we are ready to or want to deal with, we don't have to. We can focus on our own peace and maintaining that peace, holding on to that peace in a very productive way that helps to calm us, create more beauty, more stability, more peace in our life, and allow that to be our truth today, right? The strength of the number 4 to me feels like we can ground in that in our 3D world. So wherever we can create sort of centeredness, peace, what's the word I'm looking for? Like like, it's almost like simplifying our our situations, what we're dealing with, our focus, our attention today on just the things that maybe we care about or that are right in front of us, that push ourselves forward in our own peace, in our own calm, in our own rest. In a way, I almost get a sense of rest from her, and that's where the self-care aspect comes in, or the self-focus comes in. People may, there might be those of us around us, family members, friends, partners, children, whatever, that think we're being indulgent or holding back or not giving them what they need. But that's not, it's okay. We're giving ourselves what we need. We're focusing on our own peace, our own stability, our own security, and doing so in a way that is direct, strong, even maybe obvious. But it's not done with like maliciousness or selfishness. It's done from a place of, you know what, I'm doing me, and that's okay. Uh, and I'm gonna go after my peace today on this Saturday. If Saturday is your day off, and this is the day where you're just like, I'm checking out, I'm not returning calls, I'm not gonna answer that email, by all means do it. And then find what brings you peace, what brings you groundedness, centeredness, because all of that would be Pentacles energy, right? Doesn't necessarily mean that we have to be non-compassionate to others, but others aren't our main focus. I feel like we are our main focus today, and we deserve that. Let's just say that. Let's go to the clarifiers. We have the Queen of Pentacles in the same position as yesterday. She's the master manifester. She's also very much about the 3D. She's also very much in charge, and she would key into that intuitional moon here. Foundationally, that Four of Pentacles says to me, we can listen to our own sort of feminine intuition, our own feminine desires about what it is we want to create, the compassion, the nurturing that we need for ourselves. She's also about fertility and being discerning, being practical. If there's something going on in our world that is like pulling us in a direction that just feels kind of bonkers, today might be the day to put it on the back burner and just be at peace. Like, I'm thinking in my own personal situation, something just got presented to me yesterday, and it's like a big decision that somebody's sort of pushing me to make. Nah, today's not the day, is what these cards are telling me. And this is for, I filmed these a day ahead, so this is actually for tomorrow. So I'm gonna like take 2 days off from this decision, at the very least. Today, where I'm filming this, and tomorrow. I don't need to make this decision. This person wants me to, but you know what? I don't have to. I need to sit here and contemplate, what is it that I want to manifest in my 3D world? What is it that I'm deserving of? This Queen underpins this Four. She's going to lead us in the right direction. She's not going to make fast moves or impulsive decisions. She's going to be, like I said, practical, discerning, grounded, compassionate, yes, because she is a queen, nurturing, yes, because she is a queen. But there are fertile ideas. Where we have that camel in the back of the Four, we have a little bunny down here that represents fertility and new ideas. A connection to the earth around us. If there's an opportunity to go out and connect to just the natural environment, by all means take that if that produces peace, and let that peace reign supreme within you. There's a security within the Pentacles energy because it is the material, because it is the 3D body. We should be searching out that security, grounding in that security, and holding, where the Four of Pentacles has that hold tight aspect to it, hold tight to it, but do it for ourselves, and ourselves first and foremost. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, the next card is the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is oftentimes being left out in the cold, but here's the thing. I think that this might be the perceptions of those that are around us, that are like, why won't you answer my email? Why won't you take my call? Why won't you make this decision? I need you right now. You're leaving me out in the cold, Queen. But you know what? Queen's over here looking that way. And these problems here, because it's a five, it's transitory. It's going to shift and change. This family that's sort of left out in the cold or separated from where they feel they need to be, are moving forward still in the face of adversity. So even if the situation, decision, whatever we're maybe quote unquote checking out from feels somewhat adverse for either ourselves or for others, I believe that it's okay. I believe that it is still transforming even while we're maybe pausing and holding true to ourselves and consulting with the queen that is within us, the queen of pentacles that's within us. Yes, like I said, she will be compassionate, but she's not going to be stupid. What a great way to describe the queen of pentacles. And then the last card is the knight of wands. Oftentimes associated, and the Queen of Pentacles will be associated with earth signs, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus, right? Knight of Wands is oftentimes associated with Sagittarius primarily, but all of the fire signs, that of Leo or Aries also. But the Knight of Wands, to me, knights serve queens, right? I feel like when action needs to be taken, we will know when that action is. We may have somebody coming in to assist us, help us, or support us that cares about us. Those of you in a relationship with a potential fire sign, that fire sign could be around you, sort of supporting you in, or trying to get your attention even, in your quiet contemplation as you pursue your peace. I don't get a bad feeling from this Knight of Wands, but sometimes they can be about impulse or pushing forward, lacking staying power. But they are passionate, they are desirous, they are spirit, right? So if we do need to take action, and this is where I'm sorry if I'm getting a little bit on a tangent, so hopefully you can keep up or understand what I'm meaning. In yesterday's reading, if you didn't see it, there was a Two of Wands in the center position of the clarifiers. And this camel down here in the corner is really making me think of that Two of Wands. So is this rabbit. There's new opportunities somewhere in here if we stop and give ourselves the time to contemplate what we need. Put a pause on the dramas of where we feel left out or where others may feel left out by us, sort of pausing or stepping back and determining from a very discerning place or a practical place, when is it that I do need to take action, or allowing someone else to come in and take over and let them take action, let them serve us, let them support us or help us. If this Knight of Wands is us, we will know when to move or when the right time is to move. When the wands can oftentimes indicate inspiration, desire, movement, taking action. So there may be a moment in this day that we do decide to move forward once we've made those decisions. But we're not here, I just feel like this feeling of these cards is we're not here to necessarily fix everyone else's problems. We're also here to care for ourselves and to maintain our own sort of sense of well-being, even financial security, because we see all of this Pentacles stuff in here. We can set aside other people's needs or requirements, even if they may appear to be suffering. That doesn't necessarily mean we don't still have compassion for them or that we can't necessarily assist them later. But now is the time to really contemplate that and then take action when we feel that it's right, or allow this night, however it represents in our life, if this is someone else coming in to take action with us or towards us, allow them to come in, but don't allow them to sort of shake us, is my feeling. I don't think that they can, to be honest, with this Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles there. But if it is an outside source, then it may want to try, right? It may want to push. It may want to be like, hey, I'm over here. I need this help. Come on, I need you to come over here. And it's like, no, peace is in my pulse today. I'll know when it's right for me to move, or for when I need to act, make the decision, or offer the assistance, right? But right now I'm assisting myself. That's the vibe I get from these cards. Let's go to the grounding stone. And remember, like I said, the grounding stone this week is that word focus. And so the focus today is on us, is my feeling, especially with that Pieces in My Pulse card and the Four of Pentacles and even the Queen of Pentacles. It's all 3D related Pentacles stuff. It's our body, it's our life, it's what we're creating. So putting the focus on that and, backing off of the other stuff that belongs to maybe other people is completely okay and allowed. The grounding stone for today is faith. It's on Tiger's Eye. So having faith that even if we do pull back, everything will work out. That this Five of Pentacles, how it represents in our world, whether it's someone else's suffering, or it's our potential fear of, if I don't move or make a decision, I could lose something in the process. Having faith that we will know when to act and how to act in a logical, practical manner is really key today. Having faith in ourselves and in maintaining this peace for ourselves is going to be key, even if, like, say, our outside world is telling us, no, I need you here, over here now, being this for me. Wrong. I'm going to have faith in taking care of me, grounding me first. I hope that makes sense. That is your reading for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. Please, if you did, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, leave me a question or comment, and share the video out. I will see you guys tomorrow for a new weekly, and I hope that this makes sense. Have a wonderful day, you all. Take care. Bye-bye.